राम 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 सर्वेभ्यः हृत्पूर्वक नमस्काराः. Welcome to class 54 of Learn to Chant Bhagavad Gita webinar. As you all know, we are now in the 10th chapter, that is Vibhuti Yoga, the yoga where Bhagavan describes all his divine manifestations. We have completed the first 24 verses. So our target today is to complete the next 10 or 11 verses. And in the next class, we will be able to complete the chapter. So after next week, we will be having a complete revision session where you all will have the entire time to chant individually. Today, like I said, let us try and complete the 10 or 11 verses from the 25th verse onwards. And if there is any more time available, then I can give you an opportunity to chant. So the way this works is when you raise your hand, the attendees are shown on my screen on a first come first basis. So basically whoever raises the hand first, his or her name is shown up first when I click on the attendees to see who has raised their hands. So that is how I will be calling out the names. The reason I'm saying this is because once we had a question as to what is the criteria for calling out. There is no criteria as such. Like I said, whoever has raised the hand first, their names come up. I go in that order itself. But it depends really on whether we have time in this class. Otherwise, next class and the week after next, we will definitely have time to chant individually and revise. Let us begin. गुरुरेव गतिर्गुरुमेव भजे गुरुणैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम् नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुल्लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् गीतासु गीता कर्तव्या किमन्यैः शास्त्रविस्तरैः या स्वयं पद्मनाभस्य मुखपद्माद्विनिसृता सर्वोपनिषदो गावः दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभाङ्गम् लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनै योगिभिर्ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुं भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तन्न विदुः सुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। धृतराष्ट्र उवाच धर्मक्षेत्रे कुरुक्षेत्रे समवेतायुयुत्सवः मामकाः पाण्डवाश्चैव किमकुर्वत सञ्जय। So before we commence today's class, I thought I should share with all of you about how chanting has a lot of benefits to one's health also. We have briefly mentioned about this in one of the early classes. So now you know, you might have read everywhere, now everyone is emphasizing on breathing exercises, pranayama, improving your lung capacity. So all these things are there in Sanatana Dharma since time immemorial. Pranayama was prescribed as a part of daily routine. So now we realize how important all these things are to maintain perfect health. So some of you might have learned pranayama through gurus, etc. But even chanting is a form of breath control. It is something which all of us can do being in our houses. And it is not something which takes too much of effort also. It just needs discipline to chant every day. So make chanting a part of your daily routine. Our Guru Vidushi Anantalakshmi Natarajan Mahodaya always tells us to chant at least one chapter of the Bhagavad Gita every day. So it is not even possible to describe the the number of benefits one gets by chanting the Bhagavad Gita, whether it is health benefits, because like I said, it is a form of breath control, or the composure it gives to one's mind, the calmness it gives to one's mind, and also the vibrations with chanting creates itself a very positive vibrations. And if you're able to follow the meaning, nothing like it. So please, all of you, it's a request, please chant every day, chant the verses of the Gita, and you can do it as an exercise for yourself. Like if you want to improve your lung capacity and make it like a breathing exercise, you can take a deep breath, try chanting one whole line at a time or one entire shloka, how much ever you can. And as you chant every day, you yourself will see the benefits, how your lung capacity improves. You will be able to, with practice, you will be able to sustain for longer and chant like maybe an entire verse without taking a breath or one line at a time, however it is. So it has immense benefits. So please, all of you, try and do this every day. And I was also reading in some article recently how prolonged exhalation, that is a kind of pranayama also, how deep taking a deep breath and prolonged exhalation, it also calms down the mind, and it is very good to address a lot of health issues. And generally, I mean, when one is calm, it's definitely better for one's health. So I thought I should share this with all of you, something which all of you already know, but there are multiple benefits to chanting. So please listen and chant aloud, not just reading in your mind. Chant the verses aloud every day, slowly and correctly. So let us begin. Om Shri Paramatmane Namaha. Atha Dashamodhyayah Vibhuti Yogah. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Bhuya eva mahabaho Shruну me paramau vachah Yatteham priyamanaya Vakshyami hitakamyaya. So what we do every class is we will be revising the verses which I taught in the previous class. So the previous class we began from the 16th verse onwards, 16 to 24. So we will be doing those verses and then we will start from the new verse. Vaktumarhasya sheshena divyāhyātma vibhūtayah याभिर्विभूतिभिर्लोकान् इमांस्त्वं व्याप्य तिष्ठसि कथं विद्यामहै योगिन् त्वां सदा परिचिन्तयन् केषु केषु च भावेषु चिन्त्योऽसि भगवन्मया विस्तरेणात्मनो योगं विभूतिं च जनार्दन भूयः कथय तृप्तिर्हि शृण्वतो नास्ति मे मृतम्. श्रीभगवानुवाच हन्त ते कथयिष्यामि दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूतयः प्राधान्यतः कुरु श्रेष्ठ नास्त्यन्तो विस्तरस्य मे अहमात्मा गुडाकेश सर्वभूताशयस्थितः अहमादिश्च मध्यं च भूतानामन्त एव च आदित्यानामहं विष्णुः ज्योतिषां रविरंशुमान् मरीचिर्मरुतामस्मि नक्षत्राणामहं शशी वेदानां सामवेदोऽस्मि देवानामस्मि वासवः इन्द्रियाणां मनश्चास्मि भूतानामस्मि चेतना रुद्राणां शङ्करश्चास्मि वित्तेषो यक्षरक्षसां वसूनां पावकश्चास्मि मेरुः शिखरिणामहम् पुरोधसां च मुख्यं मां विद्धि पार्थ बृहस्पतिं सेनानीनामहं स्कन्दः सरसामस्मि सागरः. We will begin from here. Anuradha Bhagini. महर्षीणां भृगुरहम्
महर्षीणां भृगुरहम् महर्षीणां भृगुरहम्
गिरामस्म्येकमक्षरम्
गिरामस्म्येकमक्षरम् गिरामस्म्येकमक्षरम्.
Here, all of you please note here, it is giram asmi ekam aksharam. So when you combine the sandhi, it would be giramasmyekam aksharam. This sayukta akshara Each and every letter should be chanted clearly. Asmi ekam aksharam becomes asmieka, s, m, and ya. So once again, Giramasmyekam aksharam.
गिरामस्म्येकमक्षरम् गिरामस्म्येकमक्षरम्
Yajnanam japayajñosmi.
यज्ञानाञ्जपयज्ञोऽस्मि यज्ञानाञ्जपयज्ञोऽस्मि
Sthavaranam himalayah.
स्थावराणां हिमालयः स्थावराणां हिमालयः
So continuing with the manifestations description, Bhagavan is saying among the Maharshis, he is Bhrugu Maharshi. And Giram among the birds, Ekam Aksharam Asmi. I am the one letter, that is Om. So, as you all know, that is the Omkara. Om represents Pranavanada. It is the ultimate truth. The representation of Brahman is also in that letter Om. We all learned in Akshara Brahma Yoga, that is in the 8th chapter, where Bhagavan describes about the syllable Om in detail. And here he's saying among the words, I am that syllable Om. Yajnanam japa yajñosmi. Among all the yajñas, Bhagavan says he is the japa yajna. So you know yajñas, how there are multiple kinds of yajñas. In the epics we come across Ashwamedha yajna, Rajasuya sacrifice, etc., which require so much of preparation and so many rituals and very prolonged yajnas. And Bhagavan says the best among yajnas, which he says it is himself, is the japa yajna. Japa is nothing but repeating the name of Bhagavan multiple times, again and again. See, this japa yajna, one can do it anytime, anywhere, any stage of life. Just wherever you are, where you're sitting or you're just relaxing, anytime, every day, as a part of day-to-day routine, one can do japa yajna. So it doesn't require any other thing, just repeating the name of Bhagavan. And once you cultivate that habit, it almost becomes involuntary. Like without your knowledge, once you start repeating the name of Bhagavan or Devi, whichever japa you are doing, then the mind takes over and involuntarily the mind will go on repeating the name, whether in sleep or in any other state. So Bhagavan says, Yajnanam japayajñosmi. Sthavaranam, among the immovables, I am Himalaya. Now, as you all know, the Himalayas are, the greatest mountains for many reasons. Be it the medicinal herbs which are available there, or the yogis who meditate in the Himalayas, or the multiple religious places we have there, the spiritual places we have there, or the Himalayas also are the source of many rivers in India, which feed so many people. So in that way, Sthavaranam, among the immovables, Bhagavan says he is the Himalayas. Here, please note here, Giramas Myekam Aksharam, and Yajnanam, the Gnya should be pronounced correctly. There is a difference between Gnya and Gna. I hope it's clear. Gna is Ga and Na together. That is what you get in the word Agni. When you say Agnihi, that is Gna. But this is Ja and Nya together. That is Cha, Ja and Nya, that the Anunasika Aksharam of the same Varga. Cha, Ja, Nya. So that is how this Nya letter is formed. Ja and Nya together. So please do not confuse Gna with Nya. Agnihi is different, the way you pronounce, that is Ga and Na together. This Nya is Yajnanam. It should be pronounced clearly. Do not say Yagna. It is not Gna. It is Yajna. I hope you got the pronunciation correctly. We will repeat. Maharshinam Bhruguraham Giramasmyekam Aksharam.
महर्षीणां भृगुरहं गिरामस्म्येकमक्षरम् महर्षीणां भृगुरहं गिरामस्म्येकमक्षरम्
यज्ञानां जपयज्ञोऽस्मि स्थावराणां हिमालयः
यज्ञानां जपयज्ञोऽस्मि स्थावराणां हिमालयः यज्ञानां जपयज्ञोऽस्मि स्थावराणां हिमालयः
महर्षीणां भृगुरहं गिरामस्म्येकमक्षरम् यज्ञानां जपयज्ञोऽस्मि स्थावराणां हिमालयः
महर्षीणां भृगुरहं गिरामस्म्येकमक्षरम् यज्ञानां जपयज्ञोऽस्मि स्थावराणां हिमालयः
धन्यवादाः भगिनी नेक्स्ट वन इशू
राम
अश्वत्थः सर्ववृक्षाणाम् देवर्षीणां च नारदः गन्धर्वाणां चित्ररथः सिद्धानां कपिलो मुनिः So here please note the Mahapranas Ashvathah tha and Gandharvanam dha Chitrarathah and Siddhanam. Here the Visarga followed by Sa becomes Visarga Sakara Sandhi. So Ashvathah Sarva Vrikshanam and Devarshinam the Anuswara followed by Cha. Optionally you can combine the Sandhi and chant it as Devarshinancha instead of Devarshinam cha. The same thing in the next line also. Gandharbanam Chitrarathah. So combining you chant Gandharbanan Chitrarathah. Siddhanam Kapilo. So Siddhanam Kapilo Munihi. Bhagavan is saying here he is the Ashwatha Vriksha among the trees. Among the Devarshis, he is sage Narada. Among the Gandharvas, he is Chitraratha. And among the Siddhas, he is the ones who attained perfection, Siddhi. He is Muni Kapila Maharshi. Ashvatha Sarva Vrikshanam Devarshinam cha Naradaha.
अश्वत्थः सर्ववृक्षाणां देवर्षीणां च नारदः अश्वत्थः सर्ववृक्षाणां देवर्षीणां च नारदः
गन्धर्वाणां चित्ररथः सिद्धानां कपिलो मुनिः
गन्धर्वाणां चित्ररथः सिद्धानां कपिलो मुनिः गन्धर्वाणां चित्ररथः सिद्धानां कपिलो मुनिः
अश्वत्थः सर्ववृक्षाणां देवर्षीणां च नारदः गन्धर्वाणां चित्ररथः सिद्धानां कपिलो मुनिः
अश्वत्थः सर्ववृक्षाणां देवर्षीणां च नारदः गन्धर्वाणां चित्ररथः सिद्धानां कपिलो मुनिः
उत्तमं धन्यवादाः ईशु नेहा नेक्स्ट वन उच्चैश्रवसमश्वानां नेहा उच्चैश्रवसमश्वानां we are unable to hear you. Your mic is not muted. You have unmuted your mic but still unable to hear you. Is your audio on your computer muted? I mean, in the webinar, you are not muted, but yeah. Now do one thing. We'll come back to you for the next verse. Okay, you correct it by then. No worries. Rama Bhagini. Uccaiśravasamaśvanam.
उच्चैश्रवसमश्वानाम् उच्चैश्रवसमश्वानाम्
Vidhi mamamritodbhavam.
विद्धि माममृतोद्भवम् विद्धि माममृतोद्भवम्
ऐरावतं गजेन्द्राणाम्.
ऐरावतं गजेन्द्राणाम् ऐरावतं गजेन्द्राणाम्
नराणां च नराधिपम्.
नराणां च नराधिपम् नराणां च नराधिपम्
Uchchaihi Shravasam Ashvanam. When you combine, we don't chant the Visarga completely. We chant it as Uchchai Shravasam Ashvanam. And Airavatam Gajendranam. Combining, we chant it as Airavatam Gajendranam. Naranam Cha. We combine and chant it as Naranan Cha. So among the horses, Ashwa means horse. Bhagavan is the Uchchai Shravas. The Uchchaiśravas horse, it emerged from the ocean, Amritodbhavam, along with nectar. So along with Amrita, when the Devas and the Danavas churned the ocean, along with Amritam, a lot of things came, like the horse, Uchchaiśravas. Similarly, Airavatam, that is the elephant, which is considered to be the elephant of Lord Indra, that is also Amritodbhavam. It came while churning the ocean along with nectar. So among the elephants, Bhagavan says he is Airavata, and Naranam, among the people, Bhagavan is Naradhipam, that is the ruler, that is the king, because the kings are considered to be the representations of God on earth and supposed to look after all the subjects, how God cares for all his devotees. So in that way, among the people, Bhagavan says he is the king. Uccaiśravasamaśvanam vidhi mamamritodbhavam.
उच्चैश्रवसमश्वानाम् विद्धि माममृतोद्भवम् उच्चैश्रवसमश्वानाम् विद्धि माममृतोद्भवम्
ऐरावतं गजेन्द्राणां नराणां च नराधिपम्
ऐरावतं गजेन्द्राणां नराणां च नराधिपम् ऐरावतं गजेन्द्राणां नराणां च नराधिपम्
उच्चैश्रवसमश्वानां विद्धि माममृतोद्भवम् ऐरावतं गजेन्द्राणां नराणां च नराधिपम्
उच्चैश्रवसमश्वानां विद्धि माममृतोद्भवम् ऐरावतं गजेन्द्राणां नराणां च नराधिपम्
धन्यवादाः भगिनी. Neha, let us try if we are able to hear you. आयुधानामहं वज्रम्
आयुधानामहं वज्रम् आयुधानामहं वज्रम्
धेनूनामस्मि कामधुक्
धेनूनामस्मि कामधुक् धेनूनामस्मि कामधुक्
प्रजनश्चास्मि कन्दर्पः
प्रजनश्चास्मि कन्दर्पः प्रजनश्चास्मि कन्दर्पः
सर्पाणामस्मि वासुकिः
सर्पाणामस्मि वासुकिः सर्पाणामस्मि वासुकिः
आयुधानामहं वज्रम् धेनूनामस्मि कामधुक्
आयुधानामहं वज्रम् धेनूनामस्मि कामधुक् आयुधानामहं वज्रम् धेनूनामस्मि कामधुक्
प्रजनश्चास्मि कन्दर्पः सर्पाणामस्मि वासुकिः
प्रजनश्चास्मि कन्दर्पः सर्पाणामस्मि वासुकिः प्रजनश्चास्मि कन्दर्पः सर्पाणामस्मि वासुकिः
आयुधानामहं वज्रम् धेनूनामस्मि कामधुक् प्रजनश्चास्मि कन्दर्पः सर्पाणामस्मि वासुकिः
आयुधानामहं वज्रम् धेनूनामस्मि कामधुक् प्रजनश्चास्मि कन्दर्पः सर्पाणामस्मि वासुकिः
धन्यवादाः नेहा. Next one, Suvarna Sudagoni Bhagini. Please unmute yourself. अनन्तश्चास्मि नागानाम्
अनन्तश्चास्मि नागानाम् अनन्तश्चास्मि नागानाम्
वरुणो यादसामहम्
वरुणो यादसामहम् वरुणो यादसामहम्
पितॄणामर्यमा चास्मि
पितॄणामर्यमा चास्मि पितॄणामर्यमा चास्मि
यमः संयमतामहम्
यमः संयमतामहम् यमः संयमतामहम्.
So here two things to note here in the shloka importantly. while pronouncing. It is Pitrinam. It is not Pitrinam. So in Sanskritam, I showed you the Varnamala chart the other day. We have R as two swaras. So we have R, which is a Hrasva swara, and we have R, which is a Dirgha swara. So here it is a Dirgha, Pitrinam. So please note that it has to be chanted as a Dirgha. It is not Pitrinam, it is Pitrinam. The R is you come across in some words. So this is one such word. Pitrinam Aryama Chasmi Yamaha Samyamatamaham. So you can also chant it as Samyamatam or Sanyamatamaham optionally. So both are correct. Anantaschasmi naganam Varuno Yadasamaham.
अनन्तश्चास्मि नागानां वरुणो यादसामहम् अनन्तश्चास्मि नागानां वरुणो यादसामहम्
Pitrinamaryama chasmi Yamah Sanyamatamaham.
पितॄणामर्यमा चास्मि यमः संयमतामहम् पितॄणामर्यमा चास्मि यमः संयमतामहम्.
Here Yamaha and Sanyamatamaham, when you combine, it becomes a Visarga Sakara Sandhi. So Yamas Sanyamatamaham. So please note that. And Chasmi is a Hrasva Swara. So please chant it only as a Hrasva, that is a short vowel. Anantaschasmi naganam Varuno Yadasamaham Pitrinamaryama chasmi Yamas Sanyamatamaham.
अनन्तश्चास्मि नागानां वरुणो यादसामहम् पितॄणामर्यमा चास्मि यमः संयमतामहम्.
धन्यवादाः भगिनी, उत्तमम्. इदानीं प्रियदर्शिनी भगिनी कृपया अनम्यूट करोतु. प्रह्लादश्चास्मि दैत्यानां
प्रह्लादश्चास्मि दैत्यानां प्रह्लादश्चास्मि दैत्यानां
कालः कलयतामहम्.
कालः कलयदामहम् कालः कलयदामहम्
मृगाणां च मृगेन्द्रोऽहम्.
मृगाणां च मृगेन्द्रोऽहम् मृगाणां च मृगेन्द्रोऽहम्
वैनतेयश्च पक्षिणाम्.
वैनदेयश्च पक्षिणां वैनदेयश्च पक्षिणाम्.
Here kalaha kalayatam. So a visarga followed by ka. It is jihvamuliya. So kalah kalayatamaham. Mriganam cha. You can chant it as mriganan cha. Mrigendraha aham. There are two words here. Mrigendraha means the king of all the animals. Mrigendraha is a paryaya padam. That is a samanarthaka padam or a synonym for Simha in Sanskritam. So among the animals, Bhagavan says he is the lion, Simha. Prahladashchasmi Daityanam. Daityanam, that is among the sons of Diti or the Daityas, that is the Rakshasas. He is Prahlada. As you know, in Bhagavatam, you have a beautiful Adbhuta Varnanam of Prahlada's Bhakti and how Narahari Avatara took place, Narasimha Avatara, to protect Prahlada. Vainateyaha Pakshinam. Vainateyaha is Vinatayaha Sutaha, the son of Vinata, that is Garuda. So Garuda Pakshi among the birds. Prahladashchasmi Daityanam कालः कलयतामहम्
प्रह्लादश्चास्मि दैत्यानां कालः कलयदामहम् प्रह्लादश्चास्मि दैत्यानां कालः कलयदामहम्
मृगाणां च मृगेन्द्रोऽहम् वैनतेयश्च पक्षिणाम्
मृगाणां च मृगेन्द्रोऽहम् वैनदेयश्च पक्षिणां मृगाणां च मृगेन्द्रोऽहम् वैनदेयश्च पक्षिणाम्
प्रह्लादश्चास्मि दैत्यानां कालः कलयतामहम् मृगाणां च मृगेन्द्रोऽहम् वैनतेयश्च पक्षिणाम्
प्रह्लादश्चास्मि दैत्यानां कालः कलयदामहम् मृगाणां च मृगेन्द्रोऽहम् वैनदेयश्च पक्षिणाम्
धन्यवादाः भगिनी नेक्स्ट वन अनुराधा भगिनी पवनः पवतामस्मि
पवनः पवतामस्मि पवनः पवतामस्मि
रामः शस्त्रभृतामहम्
रामशस्त्रभृतामहम् रामशस्त्रभृतामहम्
झषाणां मकरश्चास्मि
झषाणां मकरश्चास्मि झषाणां मकरश्चास्मि
स्रोतसामस्मि जाह्नवी
स्रोतसामस्मि जाह्नवी स्रोतसामस्मि जाह्नवी
Here, this is very important. The pronunciation of Janhavi, it is not pronounced as Jahnavi, though it is written as Ha with a N. While pronouncing, we pronounce it as Janhavi. This is one of those words similar to, say, Brahma, Vanhihi. Even Vanhihi, we write Ha and a small N, but we pronounce it as Vanhihi. Similarly, Brahma, we don't say Brahma, we say Brahma. Here the word is Janhavi. So please note the right pronunciation. It is not Jahnavi, it is Janhavi. And this is a common doubt we also get. So after verification and after speaking to a lot of scholars, so we recommend that you chant it as Janhavi, not Jahnavi. And also it means Janhavi means Ganga. So among the streams, Bhagavan says he is Ganges, that is the river Ganga. And Ramaha Shastrabhritam, among the warriors, he is Rama. And Pavanaha, the wind among the purifiers. Jhashanam Makaraha. Jhashanam is among the fish, the aquatic creatures like the fish. Bhagavan says he is Makaraha, that is the shark. Pavanah pavatamasmi Ramashasтрabhritamaham.
पवनः पवतामस्मि रामशस्त्रभृतामहम् पवनः पवतामस्मि रामशस्त्रभृतामहम्
झषाणां मकरश्चास्मि स्रोतसामस्मि जाह्नवी.
झषाणां मकरश्चास्मि स्रोतसामस्मि जाह्नवी झषाणां मकरश्चास्मि स्रोतसामस्मि जाह्नवी.
Anuradha Bhagini, there the Janhavi pronunciation should be more clear. It should not be Jahnavi. The ha is not heard first. It should be Janhavi. The na should be heard first, followed by ha. So Srotasamasmi Janhavi. Can we repeat I will repeat only the last pada. Srotasamasmi Janhavi.
स्रोतसामस्मि जाह्नवी स्रोतसामस्मि जाह्नवी
उत्तमम्. पवनः पवतामस्मि रामः शस्त्रभृतामहम् झषाणां मकरश्चास्मि स्रोतसामस्मि जाह्नवी.
पवनः पवतामस्मि रामः शस्त्रभृतामहम् झषाणां मकरश्चास्मि स्रोतसामस्मि जाह्नवी.
Here pavanaha visarga followed by pa. It is upadhmaniya. So pavana pavatamasmi. Ramaha shastrabhritam. So sandhi here while combining Rama shastrabhritamaham. A very valid question was raised. I thought I will address it right here because it's related to this shloka. Ganesh Mahodaya has asked, Makaraha, is it a crocodile or a shark? Well, in some other Subhashitani and all, when I read Makaraha, it was described as a crocodile. But here, two of the very well-known commentaries of Bhagavad Gita, which I referred, it refers to Makaraha as a shark. So Makaraha basically is an aquatic creature like that of a shark, but I know in some other verses, in other places, it has been referred to as a crocodile. So let me verify this again and come back to you as to what is the right meaning in this context, because sometimes in different contexts we have a different meaning, especially when we translate it to English. So let me find out exactly with reference to this verse. The books I've referred so far, and according to my knowledge, all of them refer to it as a shark. But like it was pointed out rightly, in other verses where I've studied Makaraha, it has also been referred to as a crocodile. So let me verify this and get back to you whether we have a conclusion on what it would be for this particular verse. There is another opinion here which Mohana Bhagini says, if you say fish, it would be a shark. Okay, let me see what others have to say. I will also get the opinion of some scholars on this. And yes, Bhagavad Gita book, Aditya Mahodaya says, and in Chinmaya Mission's Bhagavad Gita book also, it is referred to as a shark. Okay, so let us, I'll refer to this and get back. What is Srotasam? Among the streams, that is where you have flowing water. Among the streams, Bhagavan says he is Janhavi. Dhanyavadaha Bhagini. So next one, issue. Sarganamadhirantascha
Sarganamadhirantascha
Madhyanchaivahamarjuna
Madhyanchaivahamarjuna
Adhyatma vidya vidyanam
Adhyatma vidya vidyanam Adhyatma vidya vidyanam
Vadah pravadatamaham
Vadah pravadatamaham Vadah pravadatamaham
Sarganamadhirantascha Madhyanchaivahamarjuna.
सर्गाणामादिरन्तश्च मध्यं चैवाहमर्जुन सर्गाणामादिरन्तश्च मध्यं चैवाहमर्जुन
अध्यात्मविद्या विद्यानां वादः प्रवदतामहम्
अध्यात्मविद्या विद्यानां वादः प्रवदतामहम् अध्यात्मविद्या विद्यानां वादः प्रवदतामहम्.
Uttamam. So here madhyam chaiva, madhyan chaiva. So optionally you can chant it as madhyan chaiva. And note the mahapranas. Madhyam adhyatma vidya vidyanam vadaha. The visarga followed by pa. It is upadmaniya. So vada pravadatamaham. Bhagavan says here in the creation, Bhagavan is Adi. That is the beginning, madhyam, the middle, and the end. Sarganam Adi Antaha Madhyam. So everything in the creation, that is the beginning, the end, and the middle of creation is Bhagavan. And among all the fields of knowledge, like there are so many fields of knowledge, he is Adhyatma Vidya. That is the knowledge of the self, the ultimate knowledge which leads to liberation. And Vadaha Pravadatamaham. So this is very interesting. Pravadatamaham, just the kinds of debates which are there. Bhagavan says he is Vada. Now see the beauty of this in our Sanatana Dharma. The types of debates have also been described. So Vada, Jalpa, Vitanda, different kinds of debates. So Vada is where people engage, scholars engage in a debate with the sole objective of getting to the truth, of get by reasoning. So everyone, they share their points of view, but through reasoning one gets to the truth, one gets to know what the ultimate truth is. So that is that kind of debate where the sole objective of everyone is to know the ultimate truth, that is Vada. Whereas the other kinds, Jalpa, is where there is a debate only to establish my point of view, whether I'm right. Whether it is objectively right or not is a different question. So that kind of debate is Jalpa, where one just wants to prove that one is right, and whether objectively it's right or not, like I said, it's not of his or her concern. Then Vitanda, the other kind of debate, is where the sole objective is to demolish the other's argument. So all that is not a healthy debate. So Jalpa, Vitanda, the other kinds of debate, you have more of krodha and ego, these things, and also anger, because each one wants to prove their point of view is right. But Vada is a very healthy discussion and debate, a dialectic kind of a debate where people discuss in order to get to the ultimate truth. So among the kinds of debate, Bhagavan says he is Vada. Sarganamadirantashcha madhyam chaivahamarjuna adhyatma vidya vidyanam vada pravadatamaham.
सर्गाणामादिरन्तश्च मध्यं चैवाहमर्जुन अध्यात्मविद्या विद्यानां वादः प्रवदतामहम्.
Uttamam Bhagini, very rightly pointed out by Advaitam Mahodaya, like Mahaganapati Vakyartha Sabha Sringeri. That is what even I had in one of the things which came to my mind while reading this verse today. So in some of these great learning centers and ashrams and mutts like Sringeri, we have sabhas, Vakyartha Sabhas, where many Pandits, scholars, they come and they discuss about the interpretation of Vedanta, of Veda Vakyas, of Upanishads, a lot of our great eternal scriptures of Sanatana Dharma. So Vada Pravadatamaham, this is one example. Next verse. Neha. Mrityuh sarvaharashchaham. Mrityuh sarvaharashchaham.
मृत्युः सर्वहरश्चाहम् मृत्युः सर्वहरश्चाहम्
उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम्.
उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम्
कीर्तिश्रीर्वाक्च नारीणाम्.
कीर्तिश्रीर्वाक्च नारीणाम् कीर्तिश्रीर्वाक्च नारीणाम्
स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा.
स्मृतिर्मेधा धृति
धृतिः क्षमा.
स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा
It should not be chanted
स्मृतिर्मेधा
as Kshama. It should be chanted completely as Dhritihi Kshama. Like, this is a very important rule. All of you, please remember. We discussed this initially when we discussed the rules of pronunciation. Whenever a visarga is followed by Ksha, it should be chanted completely. So, Dhritihi Kshama. The visarga should be chanted completely here. You are not supposed to cut short chanting of the visarga. Smritirmedha dhritihi kshama.
स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा
Dhritihi kshama.
धृतिः क्षमा
Mrityuh sarvaharashchaham udbhavascha bhavishyatam.
मृत्युः सर्वहरश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम् मृत्युः सर्वहरश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम्
कीर्तिश्रीर्वाक्च नारीणाम् स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा.
कीर्तिः श्रीर्वाक्च नारीणाम्
So here Kirtihi plus Shrirvakcha, it becomes Kirti Shrirvakcha. Please note, all of you, here Mrityuhu followed by Sa, Visarga Sakara Sandhi. So Mrityu Sarvaharashchaham. And here Kirtihi Shrirvakcha. So Kirti Shrirvakcha Narinam. Smritirmedha Dhritihi Kshama. Please note each and every Sanyuktaksharam very carefully and chant this verse. Kirti Shrirvakcha Narinam Smritirmedha Dhritihi Kshama.
कीर्तिः श्रीर्वाक्च नारीणाम् स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा कीर्तिः श्रीर्वाक्च नारीणाम्
Not supposed to split, Neha. It shouldn't be Kirti Shri. There is no split there. We chant it together, combining the Sandhi. Kirti Shrirvakcha Narinam.
कीर्तिः श्रीर्वाक्च नारीणाम् स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा कीर्तिः श्रीर्वाक्च नारीणाम् स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा.
The Kirti Shrirvakcha should be clearer. Each letter should be clear here. Anyway, it will come with practice. I will chant the entire verse. Also, thank you. Some of you have pointed out that inadvertently I've left the previous verse. I will go back and teach that also today. Kshamyatam. Let us complete this and then I will go to that verse. Mrityu sarvaharashchaham udbhavascha bhavishyatam kirti shrirvakcha narinam smritir medha dhritihi क्षमा.
मृत्युः सर्वहरश्चाहम् उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम् कीर्तिश्रीर्वाक्च नारीणाम् स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा.
Dhanyavadaha Neha. All of you, please practice this verse carefully. Many Sanyuktaksharani are there. Yes, so we will learn this verse now. Rama Bhagini. Aksharanamakarosmi.
Oh. I'm sorry. Sorry, Bhagini, I misplaced the words.
Oh, no worries, no worries. We will come back to you later then. Priyadarshini Bhagini. Aksharanamakarosmi.
Aksharanamakarosmi. Aksharanamakarosmi.
Dvandva samasikasya cha.
द्वन्द्वसामासिकस्य च द्वन्द्वसामासिकस्य च.
It is dvandvaha, not dvandaha. It is dvandvaha. Dvandva is the name of a samasa. That is the grammatical rules in Sanskritam of combining words, that is compound words, by their meaning. It is called samastapadam or samasa. So among the samasas, Bhagavan says he is dvandva samasa. So dvandva samasikasya cha. Here visarga followed by sakara, it becomes a visarga sakara sandhi. Dvandva samasikasya cha.
द्वन्द्वसामासिकस्य च द्वन्द्वसामासिकस्य च.
Ahamevakshayah kalah.
अहमेवाक्षयः कालः. अहमेवाक्षयः कालः.
Dhataham vishvato mukhah.
धाताहं विश्वतो मुखः. धाताहं विश्वतो मुखः.
Aksharanam akarosmi, Bhagavan says. That is among the aksharas, like the Varnamala which we saw the other day. So among the aksharas, alphabets, Bhagavan is the first akshara, that is akara. And here ahamevakshayah kalaha, visarga followed by ka. So you get jihva muliya. So therefore ahamevakshayah kalaha. And dvandvaha samasikasya, combining it, it's a visarga sakara sandhi. So dvandva samasikasya cha. Very importantly here, please note, it is akarosmi. Please do not prolong it as akarosmi. It is not a dirgha there. So please be careful. It is a hrasva swara. It has to be chanted as a short vowel. Akarosmi. Similarly here. Sama dvandva samasikasya cha. Cha again is a short vowel. Don't prolong it because it is at the end of a pada. There's a tendency to prolong. Please do not do that and please pay attention while chanting. Aksharanamakarosmi dvandva samasikasya cha.
अक्षराणामकारosmi द्वन्द्वसामासिकस्य च. अक्षराणामकारosmi द्वन्द्वसामासिकस्य च
अहमेवाक्षयः कालः धाताहं विश्वतो मुखः
अहमेवाक्षयः कालः धाताहं विश्वतो मुखः अहमेवाक्षयः कालः धाताहं विश्वतो मुखः
अक्षराणामकारोऽस्मि द्वन्द्वः सामासिकस्य च अहमेवाक्षयः कालः धाताहं विश्वतो मुखः
अक्षराणामकारोऽस्मि द्वन्द्वः सामासिकस्य च अहमेवाक्षयः कालः धाताहं विश्वतो मुखः
धन्यवादाः भगिनी. All of you please note that the kha here Vishvato Mukha please do not chant the kha as alpa prana. It is a maha prana. And today, whatever we have learned, I'm going to repeat all those verses once before we conclude. Maharshinaam bhruguraham giramasmyekamaksharam yajnanam japayajñosmi स्थावराणां हिमालयः अश्वत्थः सर्ववृक्षाणां देवर्षीणां च नारदः गन्धर्वाणां चित्ररथः सिद्धानां कपिलो मुनिः उच्चैश्रवसमश्वानां विद्धि माममृतोद्भवम् ऐरावतं गजेन्द्राणां नराणां च नराधिपम् आयुधानामहं वज्रं धेनूनामस्मि कामधुक् प्रजनश्चास्मि कन्दर्पः सर्पाणामस्मि वासुकिः अनन्तश्चास्मि नागानां वरुणो यादसामहम् पितॄणामर्यमा चास्मि यमः संयमतामहम् प्रह्लादश्चास्मि दैत्यानां कालः कलयतामहम् मृगाणां च मृगेन्द्रोऽहम् वैनतेयश्च पक्षिणां पवनः पवतामस्मि रामशस्त्रभृतामहं झषाश्चास्मि स्रोतसामस्मि जाह्नवी सर्गाणामादिरन्तश्च मध्यं चैवाहमर्जुन अध्यात्मविद्या I'm repeating this verse because it says my audio connection has been lost.